When our enamel, the white part on our tooth, starts to break down and dissolve, we get a cavity in there. Okay? We have a new tool. This is a cavity detecting laser that we can now use to help determine if some of the teeth that we see in our mouth might have a cavity in them. When we first test to see if a tooth is having a cavity, we want to calibrate the instrument, which means we want to set it so that it has something to read and give us a number that we're measuring. Okay, so I'm going to calibrate that for you. Okay, then I want you to take the actual laser, and you can start over in this tooth and pick it right up with your left hand there, and shine the beam right down into the biting surface of the tooth and kind of listen to see if you hear anything, which we do already, and look at your number that you might see on the screen there.
The moment or the peak?
The peak would be great.
Okay.
What's the peak number?
12.
12. And do you hear the tone? Kind of remember that tone that you're hearing. Okay.
Right.
Pick up, let's start with that one.
Okay.
And shine it right down.
Peak is 30.
Peak is 30. And what happened to the tone?
It got a higher pitch.
Got a little higher pitched. Okay, let's try the last tooth.
Got like a super high pitch at 99 peak.
Okay, 99. So when we're going through teeth in the mouth and we might not be sure if they have a cavity or not, we'll look for the audible sounds. The higher the pitch, the more likely there's a cavity there, and the higher the number that there's a cavity there. Can you also look at the biting surfaces of these teeth and just visually let me know what you see? I mean, can you see any differences just by looking down on each one of these? Tell me what you notice.
Well, one thing I notice is this is really white. This is white. This is okay white, and then that's just like orange and stuff around it and all broken inside it. And then this one has some broken pieces inside it, and then this one just has no breaks.
Smooth. Teeth have different peaks and valleys to them, almost like mountains and molehills to them. And this particular tooth has lots of peaks and lots of valleys. And down inside some of those valleys, it's cracks. They're stained.
Like earthquakes.
And when we see that discoloration, that's a pretty good sign that there might be a cavity there. As opposed to a tooth like this. This one has some peaks and valleys too, but it's whiter.
It's whiter and
it's
there's
not as
any
stained.
cracks.
And this one is kind of right in the middle between these two.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of where those numbers fell.